There are a number of concerns to the method to which Anas Aremia Anas conducts his investigative pieces. There have been many men standing against his method of conducting investigative journalism. Anas Aremia Anas happens to be one of the few journalists or investigative journalists in Africa to have had international recognition for his massive contribution towards ensuring that corruption is minimized or dealt with heavily in our part of the world. The international community recognizes that. Ghana too does. They recognize his investigative pieces. And so far as some of us are concerned, his works have had influence on the continent and he has contributed immensely in curbing corruption and corruption related practices in Ghana. Now, when the famous number 12 episode was being released by Anance and his Tiger IPI team, a number of concerns were raised, especially by powerful people in our society. One of such persons happened to be Honorable Ken Agyapong. Yes, Honorable Ken Agyapong. Now, when the episode of the popular number 12 episode came out, Ken Agyapong has been very vociferous with his thoughts. He was very vocal with his stance that Anance's method of conducting investigative pieces were actually not good. A section of Ghanaians believe or stand with Ken Japan. They believe that Anance's method of conducting these investigative pieces is not actually enshrined in the constitution, is somehow illegal, and it is entrapment. That is basically the underlying thing behind people standing against Anance's investigative pieces. There is one other popular investigative journalist in Ghana who uses, who is also into investigative journalism, but his style of journalism is different from Anance's style of journalism. And when we compare the works of two, both of them have much impact in our society. But the Anance's pieces always have the highlights. It always are tropical, they are topical, they are of essence. Now, the investigative pieces have one thing in common is to unearth corruption and corruption related practices in Ghana and make sure that the appropriate institutions such as the courts that we have deal with these masses, pass judgment, and make sure that the judgments that are being passed are a deterrent to many people who are found into such practices. That is basically the aim of investigative pieces. Now, when the famous number 12 episode came out, as I said earlier, Ken Japan was not happy with it. Kwesi Nyantechi was equally not happy with it. So the matter was sent to court in 2018. That is 5 years now. And now a ruling has been passed by the High Court. And in the High Court statement, they are saying that the matter that was brought by Anance Aremia Anance, saying that Kenneth Japan in a number of stations have defamed him, thereby causing a damage in his reputation, is untrue. In that, one, no defamation was established in the sense that He, the defendant, Ken Agyapong, was actually airing his stance, freedom of speech, airing his stance, and that the statement that were being made, because they were not discriminated, they had no subsequent effects of having damaged the reputation of Anans Arameyao Anas. This is where the issue became dicey. Now, from the ruling of the High Court, the judge made some statements, very sensitive statement. He said that Anas Arameyao Anas have been hiding under the cloak of investigative journalism toward political power, awards, rewards, and recognition. And that Anansi's style of investigative journalism, as they quote it, is not actually investigative journalism, but investigative terrorism. The ruling of the High Court has implications for future court cases and other ones to come. People are saying the ruling of the court is actually an affront to the fight against corruption in Ghana. And that because Ken Japan has the power, has the influence, has the money, he has been able to have his way through the court, and that he has been able to twist arms of the law to his favor. This is Don Chibe. We go for a commercial break. We'll be right back. Thank you.